Hello, this is Olu. I am back with you again for part 4 of our Normalizing Next, Your Next series. Thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel and following me on social media and checking out my website at olubrown.com. You know, this YouTube series is all about my new book, Normalizing Next, the post-COVID-19 resource for church leaders. But guess what? This book is not only for church leaders, it's for folks just like us who are trying to figure out this thing called life. So we've been in a 4-part series on your next. Part 1, we raised 3 vital questions. Who are you? Where are you? And whose are you? And then in part 2, we asked one profound definitive question. Where are you going? And then part 3, I gave a challenge. And here it is. Choose you. When? Right now. And then here is part 4, and we give it to you today. It's another challenge. Choose your future. What does it mean to choose your future? Well, in the Old Testament, there is this prophet named Jeremiah who had a word for God's people. In Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, as God's people were facing despair and disaster, there was this powerful prophetic word, and this is what it says. For I know the plans I have in mind for you, declares the Lord. They're plans for peace, not disaster, to give you a future filled with hope. Oh my goodness. Isn't that such an amazing word for you today? That God really has a future in store for you. And guess what? It is not an ordinary future. It is a future filled with hope. Almost a year ago, I made a huge announcement because I had made a decision about my life. And that was to retire from pastoring in a local church and to go into coaching, consulting, and all of the wonderful things that God has for me next, full time. Well, when I made that announcement, there were some people who said, Olu, why are you doing this? What is this all about? And remember, it was the wrong question to ask me. The right question was, where are you going? Because I believe that God's purpose and plans for our lives aren't static or don't just keep us in one category forever. They evolve, they change, they transform. And as long as we're open to what God is up to, God will always blow our imagination and our minds by showing us our future that's filled with hope. You know what I decided? And I want to share these tips with you today. The first thing I decided was to bet on me. That's right, bet on me. So often I'd help other people achieve their dreams and I'd prayed for them and I'd shown up at their grand openings and I did everything that I could to support other people. And one day God asked me, Olu, when are you going to bet on yourself? So whenever you choose your future, you are betting on you. But here's the second thing you have to do. When you choose your future, you got to be willing to take a risk or two. I wish I can tell you that my life has been risk-free, but it isn't. As a matter of fact, if there are nights when I'm up late and mornings when I'm up early and no need for an alarm clock to go off, it's because I've taken some risk in my life. I pray these are the right risk and good risks, but every risk comes with a particular challenge and some fear and anxiety. If you never fear or have any anxiety, chances are you're probably not risking much in your life. So whenever you choose your future, you bet on yourself, you take some risks. But here's the third part, and I know it's probably going to say, or you were going to say to yourself, what is he talking about? Here it is. Number 3, plan on failure. Whenever you choose your future, I promise you, you're not always going to get it right. But when you fail, when you fall, when you don't get it right, get back up. Learn from the mistake, learn from the misstep, and get stronger, wiser, and even better so that the next time you don't make the same mistake again. So when you choose your future, you're betting on yourself, you're taking some risks, you're planning for failure. And then here's the final part. Enjoy every moment. You remember in part 3, we talked about Dr. Wayne Dyer's book, Your Erroneous Zones. And erroneous zones are these thought patterns and behaviors that keep us from living our fullest potential. And Dr. Dyer talks about living your present moment. That means in spite of what's happening in the world around us, choose joy, choose peace, choose happiness, but most importantly, choose yourself. Here's what I've learned about my life. As I'm pressing into my future, there are so many reasons to be anxious, worried, afraid, whatever your word is. But this is what I've decided. Enjoy every moment. The good moments, the crazy moments, the depressed moments, the sad moments, the happy moments, the joyful moments. What happens if I make a decision as I choose my future that in spite of what happens outside of me or inside of me, I'm going to enjoy every moment. All right, that's your challenge for this week. Choose your future. Why? Because God says, I have a future in store for you that is filled with hope. Hey, thanks for watching this 4-part series on normalizing next, your next. And we're going to keep these series going from my new book, Normalizing Next, a post-COVID-19 resource for church leaders. Remember, it's not just for church leaders, it's for folks just like us who are trying to figure out this thing called life. Go to my website, olubrown.com. Follow me on social media. I have other book resources. I'm speaking across the country. You can catch me online. You can catch me in person. But whatever you do, remember, it's up to you. It's your life, and you only get one. What are you going to do? My hope is you normalize next, and you choose yourself and God's future for you, not just once, but every single day. God bless you. I'll see you soon.